And for Reality War, this is going to be a really difficult one for me to rank, because like I said in the review, I generally liked a lot of this episode and was having a very fun time watching it at the cinema for the first time before we got to that ending. But then we get to that ending and number one, it just kind of keeps going. The episode just keeps going on when you think it's about to end, which isn't that big of a deal, but it did feel a little bit odd and maybe a little bit drawn out, even if I still liked most of those scenes. I'm also a bit unsure on how I feel still with the stuff with Poppy in this episode, especially because it clearly didn't go to the original plan that it was meant to, but also I just wasn't expecting this episode to be so focused on Poppy as a character. But like I said, I was generally enjoying this episode for the most part until we get to that ending, and especially that ending reveal, which for me just absolutely ruins the episode and reeks of desperation, and I'm just really not a big fan of the decision in the first place. I need to be absolutely clear here, this isn't anything against Billie Piper, like I said in the review. This wasn't her decision, I'm just not a big fan of the decision in the first place, which obviously wasn't her decision. So I think if it wasn't for that moment in this episode, this would probably be like a high B, maybe even low A tier episode. But because of that ending, it just really lets it down, and it's almost making me think I want to put it in D tier, but I'm not going to do that because like I said, I enjoyed most of the episode. It's just that ending that really lets it down for me. And that scene is also shorter than the parts in the Interstellar Song Contest that I don't like. So for that reason, I think I'm going to put it in the same tier as the Interstellar Song Contest, but I'm going to put it before the Interstellar Song Contest so that it's a little bit higher up than that, because like I said, the ending of the Interstellar Song Contest, there's a big chunk of that I just don't like, and it's honestly a little bit offensive in my opinion, whereas the Reality War just has a really stupid reveal at the end that I personally hate, which is leaving me really worried for the future of the show. But like I said, the episode itself up until that point I actually had a fun time watching.